Hello, beautiful souls. It's Alicia with Appalachia Gypsy Healing Arts, and I'm coming on today to talk a little bit about protecting our energy. And I talked about this multiple times in different tools and things that we can use to help protect our energy, such as crystals, essential oils, herbs, prayers, and other things. And I think protecting our energy is very important. Yes, there is a time on our journey that we are vibrating so high that nothing seems to penetrate our aura, our energy field. But sometimes while we're processing something heavy, we need another layer of protection. So we can use those tools we just talked about, or we can take it a step further, especially when we're processing something heavy from the past that has to do with a certain person, or if we are setting boundaries with a person in our life that might be coming from a toxic energy. We can use this as a tool to help protect our energy even more during that processing time, while we are setting the healthy boundaries and learning our own worth, while we are healing, while we are processing. We have tools to help us protect our energy. And this is something that takes it a bit deeper than just crystal, herbs, essential oils, and things like that. This is called a protection plate. It is a way that you can help protect your energy at a deeper level. So you're going to get a plate, a throwaway plate, and one that has a lip on it is the best one, because we're going to be putting salt in this plate. So we need it to be able to hold the salt. So a disposable plate with a lip is the best. On the bottom of the plate, you're going to write their name, their full name as you know it, on the bottom of the plate. The thing is hopefully no one's going to see this, because you're going to set the plate, of course, on its bottom side, somewhere it's safe for at least 3 days, okay? So you need a place in your home where it can be safe for 3 days. If you have a place where you practice prayer or rituals or ceremony on a regular basis, use that if you want to, like an altar. But somewhere safe in your home where it can sit for 3 days. On this part of the plate, where it's sitting upwards, you're going to write a message. The basic message that we're wanting to create, the intention we're wanting to create, is only love will pass between us. Nothing else. Only love will pass between us. You always want to do this when you are able to hold the intention of love. You never want to create from a place of anger or hurt or harm for the other person, because that will only come back on you. You want to create a healthy boundary from a place of love. Not saying you have to love the person, but that you're loving yourself enough to hold that intention, okay? So only love will pass between us, or another intention you're wanting to set. So you're going to set that plate down. You're going to put salt. It can be table salt, pink salt, black salt. I use Epsom salt just because I love the minerals that are in Epsom salt. But you can use any salt around the rim of this. You want to put it in a circle around the message. Now you can add protection herbs such as rosemary or frankincense, or you can put cinnamon in there. You can put lavender, rose petals, which creates a boundary of love. Whatever herbs you want to put in there for protection, for love, for creating, for more intentions, you can do that. But the basic is put salt around it. In the middle here, between the salt, you're going to put an object that represents this person or that situation. I use crystals, so I always feel and see which crystal feels like that person or represents that person, and I put it on one side of the plate. On the other side of the plate, I put an object or a crystal that represents me. So on opposite sides of the place, on the plate, in the middle, I'm going to put a crystal that represents love. So a rose quartz or a green stone of some sort that represents love. I'm going to put it in between us, because only love will pass between us. You're going to set this plate up somewhere for at least 3 days. You're going to, as you set it down and get it ready, you're going to pray for protection, healthy boundaries. Only love will pass between us. Setting the intention somehow of only love will pass between us. You will no longer be able to harm me. I will no longer allow your energy to influence me. Set your intentions. Set that plate for at least 3 days. In 3 days, you go back and you check. Checking it, you can use a pendulum. Should I keep this plate up? You'll get your yes or no answer. You can use your own body as a pendulum. So you stand straight up, put your shoulders at your feet width apart, hold your heart and ask, should I continue to keep this plate? Your yes answer, you'll sway forward. Your no answer, you'll sway backwards, away from the energy. Yes is towards the energy. So you can use your body as a human pendulum to test, should I continue to keep this? You can use your intuition. You can feel the situation, the energy between you and that person. Should I keep this plate going? Is it still have a purpose right now? And continue to do it for 3 days. If you continue to get, yes, it still has a purpose, you continue it for another 3 days, and then for another 3 days. Then, when you do feel that is complete, the energy of that situation is complete, you take your crystals, your objects off, and you cleanse them, whether that be in water, Florida water, on a selenite plate, however it is you use to clean energy, do that. Then you take the salt of the plate and you pour it in the toilet and you flush it away from you. I know that sounds funny, but we're going to use water to wash away. Not everybody lives by a running creek or a river, but everybody has a flushing toilet. Most everybody has a flushing toilet. So you flush it down away from you, okay? Once you do that, you can burn the plate, you can tear it up, throw it in the garbage, as long as it's going away from you and your energy. That's what you do once you're done with it. So I hope this is a good guidance for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on whatever social media you're watching this on. And I love you guys, and create a beautiful day.